Comedy with The Fresh Prince on BBC2 in a couple of minutes, followed by Heartbreak High at 6:25 and a night out with Steps in the Ozone at 7:10.
You can find the perfect blend. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
Got Jenny's son Justin coming round in a bit, Arthur.
That'd be nice for Malcolm.
Oh no, Malcolm don't like him. Now, what shall we play? You're quite good at this game, Justin.
There must be a winner.
Mrs. Merton and Malcolm, Monday at 8:30 on BBC1.
Stop it, Malcolm.
The new issue of the Radio Times includes features on forthcoming BBC programmes, together with complete listings for all television and major satellite channels.
This recipe.
Hello from Stuart and me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That will move the temperatures up just a little bit. Good old bit of mixing.
The 6 o'clock news now on BBC1 with Martin Lewis and Moira Stewart.
A huge avalanche in the Alps buries an entire village. 20 people are pulled out alive. The search goes on for 30 more. Tony Blair says the pound could go in 5 years, but the people will decide. A partial deal in the Kosovo peace talks. The negotiating goes on, but so does the fighting. And getting the numbers right. One teacher's story of success.
The school wasn't safe.
Good evening. More than 50 people have been buried in an avalanche in Austria. One report says 20 people have been pulled from the snow so far, some in a critical condition. The avalanche at Galtue happened as violent snowstorms caused chaos across the Alps. Many ski resorts have been closed and thousands of tourists and local residents have been left stranded.
The rescue operation was launched at 3 o'clock this afternoon when reports came in of an enormous avalanche in the Austrian resort of Galtue. The village, which is full of tourists, has been cut off for 3 days. More than 50 people are feared buried under masses of snow. Everyone else is trying to dig them out. Elsewhere, the Alps remain on maximum alert, and this is why. Yet another slide, this in the Swiss resort of Evelyn, swallows up everything in its way. In moments, an entire forest disappears. Further heavy snowfalls here are hampering efforts to find 8 French skiers who've been missing since Sunday. Italy hasn't been spared. Tons of snow smashed into homes at Morges, killing 1 woman. Many others had to be dug free. In some of the worst storms in living memory, several main roads have been closed, leaving whole communities cut off from the outside world, some without electricity. Helicopters are the only means of escape for those who need help. But there aren't enough to reach tens of thousands of holidaymakers, many of them British, who are effectively locked in their resorts.
It's just been snowing continuously. It's added another metre or so to the level here already. No one can leave any village without the Avalanche Committee's full authorisation.
It may not look it, but the forecast for skiers is improving. As the bad weather eases off, resort managers will set off more avalanches, shifting the danger of snow. People are being told not to cancel holidays, just to be careful.
It's absolutely vital that skiers follow the advice given by the authorities locally. Safety is of paramount consideration. They must follow advice locally.
Further down the valleys, melting snow is creating new dangers. Safely below the snow line, French and German border towns are nevertheless at risk as rivers threaten to burst their banks. Liz McKean, BBC News.